Let's now take a look at the second set of the Chum Kiu. I'll run through it once and explain what's happening as I go through it, and then we can also do it together. So once again, this is the first part where we're going to the right side first. And what I'm going to do with my footwork is simply bring my left foot behind my right foot to form that T-step. So in a good front stance, I'm just bringing this foot right behind to give me that T-step, and then I come back. So as I do this on the first set, my right arm is going to do an elbow straight out that way, and my left hand's going to lopsow. And I don't want to go lop. It all happens at once, and I'm protecting my face as I'm stepping. If a punch was coming, I wouldn't step and then get my lop out. I would be protecting protecting my face, filling that space as I step to that lop. So from my front stance, we go lopsow, elbow, T-step. One more time, I just go lopsow, elbow, T-step. And I'm in a 4 to 6 inch distance in this position. From the side view, you can see I'm just bringing my elbow back, my lopsow, and then you can see this distance between my feet, that 4 to 6 inch distance. Boom. So from here, my front stance, I go ahead, lopsow, elbow, and check. Is your elbow straight back? Is your lopsow coming straight out your central line towards the mirror, in this case, the camera, as I come back? And then I front kick out and plant back to a T behind here. And if you want to just look at, let's just look at the footwork for a second. I'm going T-step, kick, T-step, 4 to 6 inches behind. So one more time, I'm going T-step, kick, T-step. So my foot was here, and then it ends off here, right? So I'm gonna come in and go lopsow, elbow, T, kick, T. Now when I kick and I come back, I plant my hands down, right hand on the bottom, left hand on top, getting ready to go into a bong sao, wu sao position. Lopsow, elbow, kick, plant. From here I go bong sao, wu sao. I drop down again, out and up with my bong sao, wu sao, out and up, bong sao, wu sao. One more time, bong sao, wu sao. And we're just gonna take it that far for right now. So one more time, I'm gonna come in and go lopsow, T, kick, T. And then I do 3 bong sao, wu saos. 1, 2, 3. Very simple thus far. So let's now just run through that much of the form together, okay? So what I'm gonna have everybody do, get in your good front stance, and I'm gonna work as your mirror. So instead of me going to the right, I'll go to the left, and we can work together. So you're gonna start off now by bringing your left foot behind your right. Once again, I'm your mirror. Here we go. Here. So you should be in a T-step, 4 to 6 inches. Your elbow should be straight back and your lopsow should be straight out. Front kick, plant down. T-step, 4 to 6 inches. Ready to go to bong sao, wu sao, 1. Bong sao, wu sao, 2. Bong sao, wu sao, 3. Something you might not be picking up in this camera angle is my bong sao, wu sao isn't swimming, it's going out and up. I drop back down, my bong sao goes out and up. I drop back down, my bong sao goes out and raises up, just like the nature of bong sao, out and up. One more time, let's do that again. Good front stance, take a minute, deep breath in and out. Good, hands back. So here we go, lopsow, T-step. Front kick, place to your T-step. Bong sao wu sao. Bong sao wu sao. Bong sao wu sao. And this is that tricky bit I was telling you that comes at the end, which we'll go over together in just a second. So as we're going through that form, let me just one more time, be a little anal here, rinse and repeat. I'm gonna do it, just go ahead and watch, and then I'll walk through the whole set. T-step, kick. Now, another thing with these kicks, when I came to my T-step and I throw my kick, I'm not just sloppily throwing my foot down. I have complete control. So when I come down here and I kick, I'm planting my foot down with control to that T-step. Out and up, out and up, out and up. And then here's where it gets a little tricky. So I let my wu sao drift off my bong sao. I drop my bong sao elbow and I step to a forward and I strike. And when I strike, I'm striking right over my fingertips. I'm not coming with my wrist crossed like this. It's coming right over here. The reason being is if somebody was to get my elbow, this hand's here to protect. If I have this like this, then I'm definitely trapping myself, crossing myself. So from that bong sao, wu sao position, I slide off. My wu sao just touches my bong sao and just slides right off the hand. It falls into a gum sao position here. I drop my elbow, I step in and I do a palm strike. Palm heel here as I'm striking, fingertips down. So one more time, I'm just going bong sao, drifting off, stepping to my forward and striking. That's another section you can just rinse and repeat. Bong sao, drift, strike. Come back to right neutral, bong sao, drift off, strike. Bong sao wu sao, drift off, strike. Simple enough from there. So from this strike position, what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna show you my footwork, because this is where it gets a little tricky and just, we really have to break this down into pieces. So from here, my footwork goes inside, outside, and brings me to this forward, this front stance. But what's happening during that process is my hands are doing all this kind of fancy action here, and it gets real difficult to tie the brain to your hands and your feet and connect it all together in unison. So what I'm gonna recommend is we master the hands and then we tag the feet with the hands. So from here, when I go low bong sao, strike, and I come back, you can come back to your forward stance, right? So from my strike position, my right hand just came up by my head. I come to this forward stance and it whips around. And the foot connects together. I'm gonna do that one more time and then I'm gonna break it down for you. Here. Very, very tricky for some on this. And once again, don't get stressed out. We'll go through it together. So watch what I'm doing here with this hand movement. When I'm coming back and my right hand's coming over and my left hand's coming up, you can see my face here in the screen. It's wide open. But once I close this distance here, this gap here, it'll never reopen to you again. So my right hand is coming down into an inside jut sao, and my rear hand or left hand is coming into a tan sao. So notice how I let those cross each other here, and then the tan sao fills that space, and then the wu sao. So my inside jut sao comes down, my tan sao comes up, and notice, see my face? Now you don't see my face. Now my tan sao's got it. Now my wu sao has it. So that's what I was meaning. Once that gap is closed, we don't reopen it. Right hand, tan sao. As my tan sao drops down, my wu sao comes up. So I go right hand into tan sao, left hand comes, right hand into inside jut sao, left hand into tan sao. And then notice how this came right down and it does a circle as this drops here, right? Let's just do that part of the hands together and then we can talk about how we tag the feet with it, okay? So I'll go ahead and use my left hand. You guys at home can use your right hand. So you bring your right hand up in the air and just look at this go down inside jet style, just like you're bringing your arm down, right? And now let your left hand come into tan sao, and the tan sao, just so you see as this comes down, is coming in the inside, right? It's coming in the inside. So I'm bringing this here. If I did it this way, I'm bringing this here, right? Bringing this all here on the inside. So your left hand's gonna come down, your right hand comes in tan sao on the inside. Now you have your tan sao filling that space, and as your tan sao drops down, let your other hand come up and fill that space. Let's do it again. Bring your right hand up in the air, let it come down inside jut sao. Think about your tan sao moving in. Now as they come down, your tan sao of your left hand's filling that space, and then when it drops down, here comes your wu sao to fill the space. One more time. Right hand inside jut sao down, left hand tan sao up. Fill that space and down. Now watch what I'm doing with the feet. And once again, I don't expect anybody to just nail this today. What usually happens on the set is every student learns it in class, scratches their head all week, comes back, we go over it again, they scratch their head, and on the third time that they get it down. So just a little persistence with your training. So from here, check this out. When I'm in my bong sao wu sao and I come down, I drop and I strike out, my hand comes up, this whips around. The second this comes whipping around, this left foot is gonna do a hingirk, or a hin sao as we come around with my, hingirk as I come around here back to my front stance. And when that lands, this foot had landed in place. See what I'm saying? It's a little tough tagging those together. So just get your hands down. Once you can kind of get this down and you don't have to think about your hands anymore, you'll find yourself just doing the hands, and then you can kind of get those feet in play and watch your feet and get those moving.